Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another one of our movie commentaries. Today, we're tackling one of the supposedly most original films ever made. This is 2009's District 9, Neil Blomkamp's big feature film debut.
So, what's the overall gist on this film? Is it generally liked, generally revered?
It's generally liked, but people claim it's one of the most original things ever made, and I'm like, what?
Okay, so what about nowadays?
Some people are starting to see it, but it's still overall a well-loved film.
Well, it's because of Elysium and most recently Chappie that people are kind of starting to sour on Blomkamp.
Oh boy!
And considering he's doing a new Aliens film,
well, this should be interesting.
All right, so let's get started then. There's no director's cut that I know of this film, so just press play on any copy you have.
Here goes.
Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, and it's also produced by Peter Jackson.
Produced by Peter Jackson, huh? So I guess there'll be a lot of production value.
Yeah, if there's one thing I'll give this film, for a low budget, the effects actually look pretty good.
Yeah. No. If there's one thing I'll definitely give to Blomkamp is that he's a fantastic technical director. I do think that the movie looks great, especially for low budget.
Yeah. Bunch of characters. QED. Qued International.
Anyway, Jova.
Peter Jackson.
Anyway, Jova, it's a great thing that you're here because this film is all about racism. So I'm glad you're here so you can give your own take on it.
Goody.
A Wingnut Films production.
Interesting.
District Hobbits. District 9. Hi, Sharlto Copley.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
It's King Stefan Jova.
Wow.
So this is our main character.
Vickers van die Muur.
So we open up with an interview of sorts, I guess?
And also Sony product placement. Ding!
Where?
The laptop.
Halo?
No, it's Vio.
Huh, it looks like a Halo for a bit there.
Vio is the laptops that Sony makes.
I've never heard of those, and I don't think I've ever seen those before.
Oh, really? My father has one.
Are they like some fictional thing that only exists in Sony films?
This, that fucking spaceship. I'll bring that up.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere.
Actually, Joe, you kind of should pay attention because they're explaining what's happening.
Okay. Oh, 1982, okay.
Alright, aliens, get out your fucking ship.
By the way, I still don't understand how the hell this spaceship works, but I'll bring it up when we're done with this.
So somehow the humans managed to get up into the airship.
And also, yeah, it's filmed like a documentary. Yeah,
but and by the way, Jova, this particular prologue that we were seeing about people talking about what's happening.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole discussion about them, the social commentary thing. Basically, this documentary style is pretty much going to be abandoned after a half hour. After that, it becomes kind of a chase movie.
I thought so. So
I'm not even kidding. At the half hour mark, this pretty much becomes a completely different movie.
Dandy.
So it's the Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome of cheap sci-fi films.
Okay, these are the aliens.
So, yeah. Look, these aliens, we found a new form of life. What do? We'll just stick them in a camp.
Yeah, okay. As Doug pointed out very well in his top 10 movies that I don't like, that everybody else seems to like. Okay, this is not how... the whole concept of this film is, what would happen if aliens actually landed on Earth and shit? Okay, first of all, one of the first things scientists would do is to try to see what they could learn with these aliens. But instead, no, they just throw them into the slums and boom, stay there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to admit, for as stereotypical as some people like to portray America these days, even we, whenever we discover something new, actually try to study it as opposed to just outright nuke or destroy it.
Neil, you're portraying your own country in a Is he from South Africa?
No,
In
no,
fact-
no, no, he's from South Africa. This is supposed to be America, if I remember. If I
No.
correct.
It's set in Johannesburg.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Never
Neil
mind.
Blomkamp is portraying his own people as arseholes.
Wait, Neil Blom is
maybe-
also
maybe-
South African?
Yeah.
No, he's just South African. That's it. At
You
least
know
from what
what's
I've heard.
weird is like, well, from South African, where exactly do those people stick around in? You'd think that with the environment there, their skin would be darker.
Oh, that actually, Jova. From what let me check actually, because I think South Africa is a specific is kind of special in terms of African countries. I think. Don't quote me on that,
What the?
because I'm not really an expert in that. I'm not really an expert in that field.
So they somehow brought the aliens down from the spaceship down to human civilization, where of course things run amok.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And there wasn't any resistance before.
What exactly was
Okay,
their plan on bringing the aliens down here? Just trying to arrest them like that?
Because they're not human. It's the racism thing, Jova. Basically, they don't like anything that's different than them, so they throw them into the slums. I'm not even kidding. That's actually what the movie's going for.
But why not just keep them secluded up on the ship? I mean, there's literally a ship there where they could actually live out their environment in, and they haven't tried to blast you already. Why not just neutralize their ship and keep them there, as opposed to bringing them down where they can tear you apart, like they just did?
Racism is bad.
Ask Neil Blomkamp and Terry Tatcher. They wrote this thing.
Okay, but the point is, actually, Joe, it's a good thing you bring up the spaceship, because I was going to hold off on that, but might as well bring it up now. Okay, I have a problem with that fucking spaceship. Okay, what does it run on? Fuel? Because that thing is staying right there up mid-air, like stand on air. Doesn't it run out of fuel or something? I mean, are alien spaceships capable of, standing perfectly still in the air without ever, having to fall because gravity?
Is there supposed to be something symbolic about there being Africans demanding that the aliens be put away? Is he trying to develop a sense of irony?
It's like Blomkamp's trying to show South Africa in a post-Mandela era, pre-Mandela.
Oh yeah, that's right, Pedro. You were saying something about South Africans and why they would have light skin, or maybe it's just Charlotte Copley, one who happens to have been born there, and I don't know.
I'm still looking up. Hold on. Can you check?
So what, Joe? Are you a bit confused that because they're from that part of the world, they should all mostly be black?
Well, there's also the fact that, they've been showing the majority being African, and, I guess there are some cases. I mean, it's weird. It's like seeing an African-looking Japanese person.
Okay, apparently, from what I've seen, from what I'm seeing here, yes, it's true. South Africa, of course, has a lot of black people in it. Again, no offense to black people. I'm just saying, just for the sake of people understanding what I mean.
Oh, I understand. I'm black myself, and
not for you, Joe, but the audience. But the point is, apparently, there's a lot of immigrants in South Africa, and that's the main reason why we see a lot of lighter skinned people here.
Oh, that might explain it. I mean, I guess it just felt weird. I mean, it's like seeing a black Japanese person. It just feels weird and out there, I guess. And no offense by any means. I mean,
one of my favorite lines from this film has always been "the fucking prudes."
So this is Charlotte Copley.
Yeah, basically,
that's Charlotte Copley's mother.
Basically, he's married. Okay, as you saw in that photograph, yes, he's married to a blonde chick.
Yeah.
Symbolism?
I don't know.
Yeah, and now they're making a documentary
go for the whole...
for some reason. I never got this part. Why is the documentary about the aliens showing stuff about his wife? Like, is his wife an alien too? Like, what?
Wait. Who took his stuff away for investigation?
There's going to be a plot twist later on, Jova.
Don't worry, Joe. We'll see. But the point is, yeah, why is the documentary... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not...
Speaking of which, what role does this guy play in the overall gist of things?
Basically, he's gonna be... He's
the arsehole.
Well, not yet, at least. Not yet. Basically, Jova, his role is that he's gonna try to talk to the aliens and basically convince them to...
Leave.
Leave, basically.
Why
So wait, they threw them into the slums just to throw them out again?
Yes. because racism is bad, and people always do that shit when they're racist.
Why this one person though?
If they're going for racism, they might as well just do the Holocaust and gas all the aliens.
So is he like studied the alien? So is he like studied the alien language or something, and that's why it's him in particular who's going to talk to them?
One of these days, eventually I will indeed pick The Land Before Time as one of our movie commentaries when I get to pick something, because that is a racism movie done well.
Oh yeah, in fact, quite a few of the Land of the Time films actually do that one. But yeah, my question: why?
Well, I'm talking about the first one. All the other ones suck. But
maybe not all of the other ones.
The other 12.
I'd still say there's some good to be found in some of the others, though I guess we'll be able to judge ourselves when we actually get to watching them all. But anyway, my question: why exactly is Sharlto Copley's character in particular being the one to communicate? Do you study their language or something?
No, he talks to them in English.
Yeah.
Then why him in particular?
Because... okay, fine.
I don't know.
Did they ever explain?
I guess I guess it's because he's the only character, at least so far in the movie, that's not an asshole. Oh wait, this guy's actually not an asshole like us. Okay, maybe he will be able to convince the aliens. I guess that's my theory. And now we're in Call of Duty.
Okay. All we need now is Sharlto Copley to be shown in first person.
And then have PewDiePie commentate on it.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I actually don't hate PewDiePie that much. I find him annoying, yeah, but I guess he's an okay guy.
I don't have anything against the man personally. It's just that I don't find his videos funny at all.
Yeah, I will admit, I don't understand. How is he the most popular thing on YouTube?
Because I don't know.
Oh well. District 9. Okay, so basically District 9. Okay, so basically Area 51 for South Africa.
Private military contractors called into District 9.
By the way, Dwibs, that symbol is... well, actually, have you seen AI yet? I don't think you have.
No, I haven't.
Right? Okay, but I'll also say that, though. That symbolic thing about the alien holding hands with the human, that was about as subtle as the symbolism in AI.
You know, this may be a bit of a nitpick, probably nitpicking here, but am I the only one who kind of finds it weird that, they're setting this in South Africa, yet apparently the default language is English here?
Well, isn't South Africa's primary language English, from what I've heard?
Yeah, I think it is.
But they have people also speaking in African, and I'm pretty sure that, the default language there was something along the lines of...
well, I'm guessing it's because, there's the primary language is English, but there's still African... I don't know. I've never been to South Africa, so I don't know them.
Yeah, like I said, it's a nitpick.
What time are you guys at?
Let's see, I'm at
12:23, 24,
Christ,
25.
I'm ages behind you. I'm at 12:11.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Actually, no, I won't stop this time. Whatever.
So I guess go ahead to 13 minutes.
Hang on. That's the thing, though. I'm worried that I'll click this and it'll freeze or something.
Ugh.
That's the one thing about these kind of players.
Anyway, you at 13 minutes.
Ah.
Okay, 13:56.
13:56?
Yeah.
Okay, a whole minute then.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, we're getting to the part where he's knocking on the door of one of the aliens, basically.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. This is the home of an alien?
Yeah. See?
Am I the only one who kind of...
This is the district where they trap the aliens. It's called District 9. Hence the title.
That the alien speaking there?
Yeah, fuck off.
Okay.
That's how they speak, Jova.
Here's another thing. It's like, well, if you're going to give us, a different alien language where they can pretty much speak like a human, why not just have them speak like a human? I mean, okay. Yes. I know it's cliche to have the aliens be able to speak English, but I don't know, Amico. If the idea of having them not be able to communicate with humans, why even give us the subtitles so that we know what they're saying?
I don't know.
Okay,
Hold on,
okay,
and click. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, so where were we? Oh, yeah.
What's he throwing?
okay. Like in Star Wars, it actually makes sense that we would want subtitles because, well, the idea is that humans actually are in tandem with all of these other species, so it would make sense that they know each other well. But here,
Actually, Jova, as Doug pointed out very well in his holiday special review, how come Alan can understand what Chewie says, but he can't speak his language? That doesn't really make sense, does it?
Yeah. I always did find that weird, but I guess they can at least understand each other for some odd reason or whatever. But here, isn't the idea of the whole racism thing to make it so that
it's the whole Star Wars trope thing.
Well, yeah, I get that.
Back here, you fucking.
Oh, did you notice that, Jova? A female alien with a thing. What is eviction?
Oh, so what did she have again? Oh, that. I may not have really been paying attention to what she had.
Well, basically, the point is these aliens don't like us and don't like the fact that they're here, basically, and people are trying to figure out exactly what to do with these aliens.
Put them back on the ship.
Oh,
these ones are using them for cockfights. Yes.
So wait, are you going for a racism thing or a animal rights thing?
Basically, Jova, everything that is not under the law is bad.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Pedro. Pedro, I got an idea what we could do. You take account of every time the supposedly original film, quote unquote, pays homage to something.
Okay, here's another problem with this.
Oh yeah, definitely. First off, using a particular species as a metaphor for black people into use for racism. Well, the Land Before Time used dinosaurs for the sake of racism, different species of dinosaurs. I get it, but you get the point. Okay. Cliche number one. Ding!
So how do you know that it's black people racism necessarily, or is it racism in general?
It's racism in general, but usually when people think of racism, they immediately think to black people because it's a typical.
Even though racism applies to everybody.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's just that I'm just.
I mean, when that's one thing I heard. There's one thing I heard about Blade Trinity. Apparently, even though Wesley Snipes claimed that David Goyer was being racist. Apparently, I've heard Wesley Snipes was actually being racist himself. He kept referring to Ryan Reynolds as that cracker.
Oh, how many bad superhero films has Ryan Reynolds been in at this point? So he was also in Blade Trinity?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, yeah, this.
I hope that Deadpool film turns out to be great at this point. Ryan Reynolds needs a superhero break.
So, Blade Nutrition. And by the way, I'm African. Or was that Indian? Crap. So yeah, basically they're killing young children.
Yeah.
Oh.
A souvenir for your first abortion?
Yeah.
That's
We're subtle!
Okay, another thing with this subtitle thing. They seem to be alternating between having the aliens be the one to speak through subtitles or having the South Africans be the one to speak through subtitles.
No. The aliens
they're burning children.
From what I remember, if I remember correctly, oh yeah,
get it? Guys, get it? They're assholes. We're so subtle, aren't we?
No. Let me do it properly. It's all because of man.
Dun, dun, dun.
Again, going back to what
man will eat your children, literally,
or burn your children.
Yeah.
Again, going back to what I was saying, I mean, they don't really differentiate in the subtitles who's talking at times. Like, sometimes it's a conversation between the aliens or the South Africans who are speaking.
Jova, I think you're overanalyzing this. The aliens talking subtitles, that's it. They don't.
Oh, I get that.
Overanalyze it.
Pedro, I get that. The problem is, also the South Africans are also speaking in subtitles at times. That's what makes it a bit confusing for me.
Subtle!
So they nuked them.
This is
By
why
the way,
this is why I'm saying it, Joe. I'm guessing what Neil is going for is that just in the same way that back in the slavery era, black people were left in their own place and they weren't allowed to interact with anybody else. I guess that's what they're going for. But
okay. I guess I can see where you could have gotten that from. However, they're actually going to do a slavery thing.
They're not going to do a slavery thing, but it kind of comes across as that to me, at least. I didn't need to see that, but okay.
Oh, so that's how you can... So I guess that's how we're supposed to tell male from female? The females wear bras now?
That was the most unnecessary pissing scene since the one in Transformers 1. Or was it 2? I can't remember.
1.
Okay. I can't even tell all those movies apart, aside from the fourth one. Well, the third one actually had a pretty good climax. I'll give it that.
Oh, so they wear clothes now.
Yes, they've started wearing clothes that they've stolen, I think.
Maybe they got from that landfill there.
Wait, are they going to try and pull a Rise of the Apes thing where the aliens are apparently evolving?
You wish.
Oh!
Yeah. Look,
so they're sort of speaking in English now.
I forget, Dwibs. Are these aliens entirely CGI, or is there some kind of practical effects going on too?
I think it's CGI.
Hmm.
I mean, again, for a $30 million budget film, the CG isn't that bad.
I think it's pretty good for the budget. I mean,
yeah, 30 million.
Yeah, because that's what all South Africans do, ride around in their jeeps firing machine guns into the air.
Get it?
So, are we actually going to do something?
We shoot guns, bang, bang, bang.
So, are we actually going to do something with Charlton Copley? Because all I've seen him do is speak in some...
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Jova.
Don't worry, Jova. We'll get that.
The character will go through a transformation as the movie goes on. And I mean that literally.
I mean, well, if he's apparently the main hero, I mean...
Hero? Please.
Well, I mean, you said isn't he like the main protagonist?
That's one of the problems, Jova. Every single character, the one single kind of not asshole character, which is the main character, eventually becomes an asshole himself. So yeah.
Yeah. So wait, who? Okay. So basically, Neil Blomkamp is to sci-fi what?
So, am I supposed to be siding with the aliens because that's what I feel like? Oh, gang member.
To bring this up, but the aliens weren't even being aggressive or anything. Why not just
took them?
Why not just try to talk to them or something?
No, we just took them as if it was the 1930s.
But of course but of course we're not going to do that because we're man.
So this is like what Earth would be like if we behaved as we did in the 1930s in the year 2009.
Jova, you're back with us? He
Jova?
seems to be on, but he's not answering. Whatever.
Yeah, no, maybe he's concentrating or something. Okay.
All right, let's see. Oh, here he is.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, welcome back, Jova. You're just in time. Basically, he just got a little bit of alien blood on his face.
Oh, let me guess. It's going to seep into him and warp him.
Yep. Yes. I'm not even kidding. He's actually gonna start transforming more and more into one of these. Apparently, if you even so much touch a drop of this thing, you immediately turn into you start a transformation into an alien for some reason.
So their blood isn't acid, I guess.
Because how the hell does that even work? How does touching an alien's blood?
Did he accidentally ingest some of it?
So let me get this straight. This movie's logic: touching the alien, the blood of an alien, makes your organs transform and everything. How the hell does that even work?
Usually, whenever they do this sort of thing, they usually have the character in question prick a finger and thus leave a wound open for it to get in. But I guess they don't even do that here.
For a movie that's trying to be, set in a somewhat realistic setting, it's not. It's feeling kind of cartoony so far, honestly. I mean, the racism theme is being about as handled, but with all the subtlety and cleverness of a 5-year-old, and the logic so far is, and the logic of the whole alien transforming thing is just stupid. Let's face it.
As much as they sort of have been shoving all this, they don't seem to have really been doing that much with the racism. I mean, sure there is the whole segregation things, but aside from that, they really just seem to be doing the same thing over and over. It's like, well, hey, just show that aliens are amongst humans. I mean, heck, if anything, they've actually been showing some of these aliens, bartering with other humans. It almost seems like they're actually getting along with some of the humans at some point. It's like they're not really focusing on.
See, I mean, come on, how have we kept these aliens under release for so long? We should have been torn apart.
I know, right?
You know what? Come to think of it, I mean, the fact that the aliens haven't torn them apart would actually suggest that it's not so much racism as much as it is they're actually living together in something of harmony.
Yeah, such harmony, Jova, that they burnt their infants.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But here's the thing.
Okay. Let me reiterate. I mean, some humans are definitely acting terrible to them, but a lot of the other humans also seem to be acting on friendly terms with them at times. Which is...
Well, I haven't noticed that, but okay.
Well, okay. Not exactly friendly, but there was that point where they were apparently bartering with some South Africans. It seemed like they were selling something to them. Maybe I misunderstood that scene. I guess what I'm saying is I haven't really seen them do much with the racism as opposed to just, hey, shove them in this camp and apparently show that we hate each other.
But you see, Jova, that's what the whole him transforming into an alien thing is going for. He's going to become one of them. Yes, he's going to become one of them, and he figures out, it turns out these aliens aren't so bad. And then at the end, actually, I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end, because the ending is so hilariously, gloriously stupid that I'm just not going to spoil it.
You know what's weird? Don't we already sort of know that the aliens aren't that bad because, we can understand what they're saying thanks to the subtitles?
You have a point there, Joe, but you're forgetting something. We are man, and us men, we don't do that whole talking shit. We just blow shit up.
Ignoring the fact that our main protagonist is actually a human character who's trying to do that. Ugh.
Yeah, I've seen this film once before. This is the second time I've watched it. Where's the supposed brilliance again?
Well, to be fair, I guess I can see why.
And also, wait a minute. The whole him turning into an alien thing because he ingested some of its blood?
He apparently didn't. Oh.
How come people...
No, it's a slow thing, Joe. By the time this movie ends, it'll be an entire alien.
Didn't Star Trek Into Darkness do something like that? And isn't that film bashed?
Eh? I've heard that Star Trek Into Darkness is actually well received.
Yeah, how come?
Well, it's well received by the critics, but not so much by the fans.
Really? I've not really seen a fan who doesn't like that. Then again, I don't really hang out on Star Trek forums, but basically,
how come people bash Star Trek for that? Yet it's okay here.
Well, like you said,
Star Trek was at least the characters in Star Trek were more likable. But what do I know?
Well, like Pedro said, Dwibs, it seems like it's more of a fan thing as opposed to bashing it outright. And
it's kind of like. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Besides, I actually liked it as well. But you know what? Here's another problem I have with it. It's like, well, look at this. I mean, looks aside, is that little kid alien even acting dangerous? I mean, is it really supposed to be that much of a shock when we come to the initial, the reveal when he turns into them that they're not that bad? I mean, look at that. It's cute, in a way.
But Jova, it's not human. It's different. Therefore, it must be evil.
Okay, look.
Well, how did that song from Pocahontas go again? They're not like you. They're not like you and me, which means they must be evil.
Guys, one thing
as much as I like to bash on Pocahontas, that thing actually sort of did the whole differences thing better in some ways. It's like, the guys from England were sort of misled by this one guy, and yet eventually when they actually did see...
Let Dwibs speak. What is it?
Sorry to interrupt, one thing I do love in this film is the way the characters swear, sign the fucking paper. You fucking prawns!
South African accent. Alright, what is it, Jova?
One thing that I think Pocahontas did actually well was the whole differences thing. It's like, as soon as they actually saw the truth behind the matter, they immediately responded in the correct terms. Turned on the guy who misled them. That's sort of a problem a lot of these differences aside things too. Observationally, they don't function as the way humans would. Humans actually would observe how some of these things act, and...
there you go. See, he's starting to vomit and feel bad that he's starting his transformation, basically.
Anyway, I guess overall, I guess this film is doing the racism thing okay, I guess. Though, I guess not really amazing.
Okay.
My problem is that it's about as... okay, hold on. Another thing. Actually, talking about Pocahontas has made me wish that Radcliffe was actually here. Because it was at least funny.
And also, he sure loves to push the camera, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What does the poor camera ever do to you?
Then again,
he's like the Justin Bieber of South Africa.
Then again, Pedro, now that you mention it, the way slavery did go in America, it was like whites brought blacks over, and then after the Civil War, tried to push blacks away. So I guess that is somewhat similar to this, except from what you've told me, they weren't really planning to use the aliens for anything.
But basically,
they just came here and we just said, "Oh, hello, aliens, go into the slumps."
Yeah.
And now we want them to go. I guess that is somewhat similar to
it's sad when freaking Freakazoid did this scenario a lot better, even though just to give you an idea, there's a segment in Freakazoid where the aliens land and they're like, maybe they've come to bring us the wisdom of the universe, and then we see that the aliens really stupid. Like, I am moron, and then they try to ask him questions about the universe, and he can't answer. And Freakazoids are like, tell us, what is 2 plus 2? And he's like, 22. And then Freakazoid's like, we can pretty much rule out the wisdom of the universe part. Then let's blast them.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's converting.
So I guess I can see some. I guess I can see the.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
I guess I can see the relations with taking them on for no reason and yet trying to shove them off.
His hard fingernail skin's falling. That I know he's transforming, but still, that part's always grossed me out.
Mm.
Oh, I feel sick.
Yeah, of course. Even before Chappie, he was already doing the whole, street gangster thing.
Oh yeah, but by the way, Pedro, how was that banned in the film?
I'm sorry, what?
Apparently, there was that gangster couple.
Oh, we're still doing the interview thing.
In Chappie.
You mean the gang in Chappie? They're stereotypical gangster guys.
And let me guess, they can't act.
Yep, they can't. They're a band. Well, I have no problem with them bringing bands into movies, but goddamn, can at least make sure they can act. Jesus Christ.
That's why I'm not big on. One reason why I'm not big on Beyond Thunderdome. Tina Turner's a good singer, but she can't act. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give them 100 guns. 100.
Okay, weird. They're still doing the documentary thing. bit of a gap between some of the things, but okay.
Also, if I come across as doing like racist stuff to anyone, I apologize in advance.
Oh, and by the way, Jova, hold on.
Yeah, we just want to talk.
I guess one thing that's a bit weird is, like, if you were gonna go for the racism thing, why include outer space aliens?
Oh yeah, and there's another thing about the film. The aliens here don't have an actual name, so in a derogatory way, the humans refer to them as prawns.
I guess well, at least it's better than the way M. Night Shyamalan does it in After Earth, where it's just the aliens.
One thing that's a bit weird.
But one day the aliens unleash the Ursa. The aliens.
What's a bit weird is, like, well, I can understand doing the whole racism thing with aliens thing. The weird thing is, like, how it's being executed is, like, well, when you think about it, there's not really much point to the racism here. I mean, in stuff like Star Trek, there's actually a reason for why there are odds here. But
it's gonna become more prominent when he starts transforming into an alien. Then he starts seeing how people start to hate him because he's also becoming an alien, and he just and why can't we all get along and shit? Don't worry, it's gonna become more prominent.
Granted, I mean, I guess racism itself is kind of pointless and doesn't have a point, but I don't know, something about this feels.
Hold on. What is it, Dwibs?
Guess what? The day his life starts to turn upside down, it's his birthday! Irony!
Yes.
So it's
ironic.
So he's born new.
The film's not being very subtle, so why should I?
But okay, audience. Okay, new running gag. Every time the movie does something incredibly unsubtle, I'm gonna do this. Which is the sound of me bashing my.
I can do it. I can do it harder. Watch.
There you go. Yes, ram it into my head.
My palm is going to be very sore by the time this film's over. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'll just do it in words.
Ooh, here we go. Oh man, I'm tripping balls.
Poor guy. I barely knew him. Why do I get the feeling we're going to know him better as an alien than as he was as an actual human?
Well, he's not a proper alien till
the free quarters into it, basically.
What the?
Pretty much.
Yeah, his arm is pretty much now an alien arm. Well, maybe it's just his hand.
Okay, well, am I behind you guys again? What time are you at?
36, 55, 56,
50?
57.
I'm 30 seconds behind you, Jesus.
It's the claw. Oh, you're scared of the claw.
Okay, weird. Now his accent suddenly changed. It sounded like he was going for a bit more of a British accent at first, but now he's...
I'm at 37:45, guys.
47:45. Okay. Don't worry, Dwibs. It's just him noticing that he has a giant claw now, and he's fucking scared, and everybody's fucking scared and shit.
Am I the only one who felt that his accent...
I've seen it.
Am I the only one who felt that his accent sort of slipped there for some reason? Well, granted, he's terrified, but...
Yeah, 47:48, right?
45.
Oh, 45, okay.
Which is odd, because that's apparently Shelter Copley's natural accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And click.
So I was wondering,
how does your own accent slip?
Why doesn't he just go with it? Why didn't he just go with his natural accent altogether? I mean, they're in South Africa.
Fuck you reasons.
Wait, doesn't he need air holes in that thing?
I guess now that he's an alien, he doesn't need to breathe. I don't know.
Okay. You know what's weird is, like, well, I get that, maybe this is breaking a cliche of sorts, but I don't know. I mean, I get that this is going for a racism vibe, but wouldn't it make more sense to have this happen to somebody who wasn't in the first place actually trying to communicate with the aliens on friendly terms? I mean, like, well, this guy was never really a jerk to the aliens, so why have this happen to him as opposed to someone who, I don't know, outright bashed the aliens? Wouldn't it make more sense than to have that person
he's
turn
the
into
main
an alien and
character.
see it through their eyes?
Because he's
I
the
don't
main
know.
character and he hates the fucking prunes.
Oh, I get that, but I mean, well, okay, if that's the case, why not have somebody else be the main character? Someone who, we would actually see make a transition.
Wow,
By the way-
squirting
yeah,
him with water, that's...
Yeah, that's gonna somehow solve it, I guess.
They wanted
What
to give
is
him a
that?
bath. Goo?
I don't even know.
And now we stepped into Alien Resurrection, apparently?
Oh god.
You've imagined me... Now you've got me imagining a film like this directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
Okay. So,
Hey, Bro and
yeah,
Sigourney are leaving
I'm
and-
sorry to bring this. Okay.
Oh, go on.
I'm sorry to bring this up again, but again, how? Okay, apparently your own organs and features can just instantly change just because you touch the liquid.
See, here's the
I
thing.
don't
I
care,
mean,
I don't care what kind of substance is in that liquid. This just doesn't happen. It's
See-
just
See, here's the thing. I could understand it maybe partially mutating him to sort of be like them, but to outright turn him into them? I'm sorry, I mean, like, well, hasn't their blood ever gotten on somebody before at this point?
no. Whenever they talk to the aliens, they're usually always using.
By this film's logic, I should have been turning into like 5 different people at this point.
Anyway, what were you saying, Pedro?
Dwayne Mr. Mr. Dwibs, he's 5 people into one. 5 people by the price of one.
I go for £99.
And like Pedro said, he didn't even really ingest it. It just got splattered onto his face. I mean, now it would have made sense if like he had a cut and that somehow slipped in there, but it was on his face.
Well, from what we've seen, he might have swollen a bit of it. Maybe it's possible.
Okay, that may make sense.
But that still doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
Pedro, have you? Okay.
And now they're
Pedro,
shooting a piece of meat by the
apparently,
looks of it.
those one thing about this one was that those guns can only be fired by the aliens.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to use aliens in the military now, I guess.
I don't know.
I guess
Pedro,
they are going for the slavery thing now.
Pedro,
I'm confused.
Pedro, have you seen anything else that the supposedly original film rips off? I mean, Pace of Mars 2.
Not that I can think of right now.
So let me get this straight, guys. You're telling me that they literally made a gun that only the aliens can use?
Yeah, but I guess they found it on the ship.
Oh, more blood. Wonderful.
Why would you make guns that only the aliens can use if
So
you're...
let me get this straight. Their plan to try to help him is to have him shoot an alien. Like, what is the plan? What was did we have a plan?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to admit, this scene comes right out of nowhere. They're just having him shoot something that only an alien can shoot.
But guys, you just don't get it. You don't understand the brilliance of District 9.
Okay, look, I'll admit that District 9 has had some of its smart moments, but this is not one of them.
Wait, smart moments?
Well,
which ones?
Okay, let me put it like this. I can sort of see where some people are coming from. I mean, like, well, I guess to be fair, the way they've been doing the whole racism thing actually does sort of sync with some of the ways racism has been handled in real life and history. So I guess that could make sense. However, the problem is like, well, it's left me rather confused because it's not really that well conveyed. It's like, well, the overall idea is there, and I guess some people pick up on it quicker than I did. However,
like Doug said, okay.
However, like you guys said, scenes like that where he's literally just shooting an alien, that kind of takes away some of the merit the movie has gotten.
To be fair, he's doing it under duress.
Yeah. But we were talking about the other people forcing him to do it, not him, not the guy himself.
All right.
Okay, but the point. Okay. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought.
You're telling me, love. Nothing makes any sense.
Yeah. You see. It's Jova. I remembered. Basically, Jova. It's like what Doug said. Doug's like, "Oh, but you see, it's saying something. The movie's saying something." Well, no fucking shit. It's saying something. It's very obvious what the fuck the movie's saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, well, I'm not really familiar with the praise this movie has gotten. What exactly is said praise like?
Basically, when the movie came out, it originally was claimed as the most original movie in years.
Let's see, it came out in 2009, so I guess some people would regard that as then.
And trust me, Joe. By the time we're done with this movie, you'll see exactly that it rips off a lot of shit.
Oh, I've seen that, but I mean, let's see, 2009. I'm trying to remember if there's any big things that actually did it before that time, because I guess maybe it's the way they did it. I mean, like, well, did they really do the whole aliens living among us in racist ways before? I mean, I know they did that in some books, but I'm trying to remember if there was ever a big movie that ever did that.
I don't know.
Because if not, that might be where they're coming with the whole "it's original" thing here. I have to admit,
okay. For the sake of context, Jova, I'm on the Rotten Tomatoes page. 90% percentage and critics consensus. Technically brilliant and emotionally wrenching. District 9 has action, imagination, and all the elements of a thoroughly entertaining science fiction classic.
I guess I can see where they're coming from. I mean, I guess it's sort of like with some movies, like where if you look at it as a big picture, yeah, I can see it doing some imaginative things. I mean, what with the whole aliens living among us, but as racist citizens, I have to admit that I don't think that's really been done before. Does it say anything about it being super smart in how it conveys the messages?
Okay. Apparently, there's a critic here who's saying Blomkamp seems to want to invoke the memory of South African apartheid. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so that's what he's going for. Well, now I guess that makes somewhat more sense. Though why he's doing it with aliens? That's a bit weird.
Because aliens are make it everything cooler.
Well, what I mean is like, well, if you're going to do something based on the apartheid, why not do a movie on the?
Question, Dwibs. Was there in Elysium? Was there any CGI character in Elysium?
Not that I remember.
Well, because this movie has CGI characters. Chappie was the Jacker, and he kind of moved a bit like the aliens in this movie do.
I don't know. Elysium's kind of forgettable.
Okay, They're still doing the documentary thing. By the way, how did this guy escape?
He escaped by threatening a guy with a knife. You know, classic.
This guy's accent is hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, I'm Okay, Joe, but here's one aspect of the consensus that I can't possibly see where they're coming from. Emotionally wrenching. I still know almost to nothing about these characters.
Yeah, I think the emotional
wrenching from a guy who refers to these aliens as the fucking prunes.
Maybe I guess the emotional wrenching thing is like, well, people feeling sorry for Sharlto Copley's character here, I guess, and also
Sharlto Copley being in this film,
and also I don't
feel sad for him because I don't know anything about him, and he's not even all that likable.
Oh, I agree, and I think the other big half of the emotional wrenching thing comes from the fact that this is apparently based on the apartheid, so it's a human atrocity.
So emotional manipulation, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap, Gary Whitta.
So yeah,
Gary Whitta possessed Neil Blomkamp.
So I guess I'll say this. I mean, like, well, I get.
Well, I'll still give it credit. I'll take this over Gary Whitta because at least he's not killing a puppy on screen.
Okay, so basically, the way I see it like this is that I can see why this film may have gotten such big reception back when it initially came out, because like a lot of movies and whatnot tend to get exaggerated criticism on their opening weeks.
I guess I can understand people thinking that when it first came out, it was a breath of fresh air amongst everything that's out there.
Why does Why have they got 2 English subtitles there? 31 hours after exposure, then 31 hours after infection. Why do you do that?
I think
They mean the same fucking thing.
I think those are the DVD subtitles. For some reason,
Why? It's there. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Miracle, I guess the way I see it is like,
Does
well,
Neil
technically...
Blomkamp think I'm that stupid?
I guess the way I see it is like,
I mean, it's spelled out for me in another language.
but you see, Dwibs, the movie's saying something. It's talking about issues and shit.
Yeah, it's saying, the film's saying, Dwibs, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah. You know what I'm getting this from? I'm getting that this is a product of the time sort of thing. Is like, well, I'm getting that. I think I get that. Like, well, back in the day, it got a lot of praise because I guess technically that, considering what did come out in 2009, yeah, this does feel rather different from a lot of the other stuff that came out in 2009.
My problem is that
So-
breath of fresh air. Okay, I can accept that. But just because it's a breath of fresh air in a kind of a different style from everything around, that doesn't automatically make it good. Okay.
Well, I guess I'll give it this. For as confused as I am, it does technically pull off the plot points legit. I mean, yes, I can get that they're doing the racism thing with the aliens. I can get that they're treating them badly. I can get that this guy's apparently, even though it would make more sense for somebody who initially hated the aliens in the first place, but yeah, I can get that they're going for the whole bridge between them two.
I thought he did hate the aliens.
Really? I never got that from him. He actually seemed like one of the nicer people to the aliens.
I think he was just pretending to be nice.
Allow me to also actually boil down to one of the more basic elements of this movie. Okay, supposedly, one of the big sources of suspense, supposedly, of this movie is, well, okay, what now? Well, how is he going to get out of this one? Okay, but the problem is, again, I still know next to nothing about this guy. What reasons do I have to care?
Pedro, I'll tell you what I know about him.
You know,
He's South African. He's a prick.
And he has an hilarious accent.
He's got an hilarious accent.
So how exactly has he been, a
Phil,
jerk?
why do you have the same text twice?
Okay, Dwibs, how exactly is he a jerk so far? I haven't really gotten that from him yet.
He just stood there and allowed infants to be roasted. I don't care if they're aliens; they're still young.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
not to mention the way he refers to them as Dwibs. Go ahead.
Fucking prawns.
Oh, is that a certain term or something?
Yeah, like I said earlier, the aliens don't have an official name. It's just the aliens. They just call them fucking prawns.
Well, why, Michael?
They're fucking prawn.
Well, is that what they're calling them?
Oh my God, I just realized.
What?
The prunes were released by the same aliens who released the Ursa.
Wait.
Yeah, they saw this film and got revenge.
Okay. So a derogatory term. Okay. So I guess the whole jerk character.
Pictures.
All right, then.
Okay,
So
I don't know anything about the South African. I don't even know how to pronounce this.
Apartheid.
Apartheid. So I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia so I can get a bigger sense of context.
Anywho,
now, hey, look, he's eating the same food now because he's turning into an alien.
Anywho, I think I can get where this thing got so much praise from. It's not so much that it's trying to be complicated, but like Dwibs is attested to with its lack of subtlety and everything, maybe it's that it's actually so simple and easy to grasp and right there. I mean, I will admit, for some reason...
Now his teeth's coming out.
For some reason, it takes a lot of guts for a film director to actually pay homage and actually reveal some of the human atrocities thing. And I will admit, while some things do leave me confused, I can get an overall picture. This film actually feels simple to understand, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. This movie is not clever at all. Basically, they're evoking memories of the South African apartheid. Okay, fine, but they're not doing. Okay,
that's it.
It's basically the South African apartheid with aliens.
Well,
there seems to be. Okay. Here's my idea for a movie. I'll take the battle between Portugal and Spain, so that Portugal could gain its independence from Spain. Except instead of it being with actual people, we use squids.
They actually,
where's my Oscar?
Pedro, I think there actually is a film.
Where's my critical acclaim?
Pedro, there actually is sort of a film that does something like that.
Wait! You're telling me that there's a movie where with a war between Portugal and Spain, except instead of people, it's squids? I need to see that film.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not necessarily Portugal and Spain, but I think there's a movie that does it based on one of those wars with two different sorts of species.
If it's Britain versus America.
But yeah, I think
Britain versus America with aliens.
I think what I'm getting is like, well, I think the reason people may have praised it at the time was that it was actually so blunt and simple in that regard. Maybe that's where they find it being clever, because I will admit that a lot of the times, a lot of people like to try and mask these references and complicated stuff because, they're sort of afraid to pay homage to the atrocities and admit that they happen. I guess where people are calling this clever is because it's actually blunt and doesn't talk down to you at all. I mean, well, okay, Michael? It basically tells you right there. Basically hits you over the head with
his arm off.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm getting is like, well, people praised it back in the day for being so simple when other movies couldn't bear to be for that.
That's how the critics are apparently saying. They're talking about how smart it is and shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, I guess my take on it is like, well, they're calling it smart for being so simple. To be fair, over here, smart isn't necessarily, always synonymous with being complicated. Sometimes people regard something as simple as being smart as long as it conveys its message.
Oh, here it is.
Enough.
Forced removals.
Okay.
This must be it.
That part when he cut off one of his alien claw things. Sharlto Copley can pull the scream off. He just didn't pull the face off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's history lesson time. Okay, so millions of people were forced to relocate. These removals included people relocated due to slum clearance programs, labor tenants on white-owned farms, the inhabitants of the so-called black spots. See? They were called black spots, and in here they're called prunes. See?
No, do you mean fucking prunes?
Yeah, the fucking prunes. I can't even do that accent.
I'm probably the only one here that can do it.
Oh boy, can we play Galaga?
Boy.
That man is playing Galaga.
Hmm.
Look who showed up.
Should we?
No. We're already way too into this movie.
No. I don't mean stop it, but should we maybe?
Oh, you mean bring him here? Oh, no. We'll have to explain a lot of things.
Has he seen the movie?
I don't know, but let's not.
I might ask him. But anyway, Pedro, you were saying something about this movie at the time?
My problem. Okay, not so much that. What I was saying, I was talking about the actual real South African apartheid, or how do you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Basically, blah, 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 urban areas, including thousands of the people from the Western Cape, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except here they're doing with aliens and they're having... Okay. Okay. Granted, I wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure if you touch the blood of a South African, you won't turn into a South African.
Yeah, this is weird. Well, I guess it may be a mystery as to why it's regarded as smart, but I'm guessing nowadays people don't say that it's that smart.
It's kind of like it reminds me of the strong reception Spec Ops: The Line got, and I've heard that in recent years that game's story's popularity is starting to go downhill because it's basically trying to be I heard it was trying to be a story that's trying to deconstruct a first-person shooter, but one problem I've heard is that the game tells you off for stuff that the game's told you to do. So that'll be an interesting playthrough.
Yeah, I think I get it. This is definitely a product of the times. 2009, weren't there a lot of recurring tropes and stuff?
Yeah, there were, I guess. Well, back in 2009, 2009 was back when there were a lot of remakes and sequels and reimaginings and shit. A lot of people were talking about how unoriginal Hollywood was getting and shit.
Well, there you go. There's your answer for why this one was regarded. Lack of competition, I guess.
Okay, fine. We have a movie that's not a sequel or a remake of anything. That doesn't automatically mean it's good, okay?
Or original.
Well, no. I'm not talking about that part, Pedro. But you're also mentioning how people are starting to see Hollywood is getting a bit old in that regard. Well, here comes something that actually does something that I know actually wasn't done that much around this time. I will admit, film-wise, this does feel rather different from a lot of the movies I definitely saw at the time. So that would actually make sense, I guess. Some people who were
Okay.
tired of the stuff being given, and yet this one.
Hold on, Jova. This is important. Basically, they have medical machines in their mothership that can, help them. So
How
now
did you not know they were brilliant? Didn't you already see how they could use technology?
It's too late, apparently.
Oh. His accent.
I don't have fluid. I don't have fluid.
Oh, really?
20 years? Seriously?
You see, Jova. They're the same now. And you see?
Yeah, okay, now this one is a bit cliched. However, I guess that, for the most part, this actually has pretty much run with the concept pretty much legit. As confused as I have been. It's not amazing, but it's not amazing, but I wouldn't really call it bad, I guess.
Am I behind you guys again?
Let's see.
I don't know. Let me see.
50, 59, 50, 51, 52.
God damn it, I'm always
53.
25 seconds behind on these.
Have you been buffering or something, perchance?
It stutters sometimes. Okay, I'm at 60-50.
Okay.
I apologize if I mispronounced that. I apologize.
Try lowering the quality to 240p.
Yeah, but remember what happened the last time I did that? The video restarted.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay, go ahead to the 60 and 50.
60-50, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and basically his body is also changing and shit. Whatever.
That's because I'm not seeing it right now.
So, is he going to turn into a spider, perchance? Spiders! And a legion of spiders!
Okay, it does. Get ready.
And click.
I'm suffering the same problems Jova did when we did Ballistic. It keeps stuttering.
Ugh.
I'm sad.
Am I supposed to feel bad now? Because I don't.
I'm crying.
I'm gonna have to admit, yeah, this is silly.
You think?
Neil Blomkamp makes the Wachowski brothers look subtle by comparison.
It's like I said. I can understand.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but
it's like I said. I mean, well, okay, maybe he ingested the blood, but even still, this should only really partially mutate him. This is usually what you do. It's like whenever somebody ingests something, it partially turns them into it. Not all the way. This would suggest.
Okay. I still don't understand that though. I mean, how does this? Okay, I guess it's a sci-fi film. You shouldn't. I guess you should just roll with it. But still, I don't know. I kind of wish they would have at least. It would be more easy for me to accept this if they had some kind of scene with him with a scientist, and scientist was kind of explaining a bit of the logic of this, just so I can get some basics and some grounds on how exactly this works. But no, he gets soaked into it. Oh, boom! Now he's turning, and that's it. And I'm just supposed to roll with this.
I wouldn't be so annoyed with this if it weren't for the fact that this. It's like usually.
Right now he's calling his wife. Am I right? Yeah.
It's like usually when this thing is played with, they usually make it that either the character who ingests it or whatever partially turns into a mutated version of it, or they're like, well, it's actually a potion or something that would turn them into this. But here, so apparently this species' blood can actually turn you into one of them. So they're reverse vampires in a sense.
So, where did you get that cell phone, by the way?
He always had it.
Maybe you got it from the alien?
You'd think you would. Okay, whatever.
7. 7 what?
This
What?
planet only has one. What?
What? 1 what? What? What?
Wait. Hold on. Pedro, you told me that, originally Sharto Copley was trying to tell the aliens to leave, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then why do they have to sneak out to leave?
I guess it's because they have to go for they want to go to the. Actually, I can't even figure this out anymore at this point. The movie doesn't make the motivations very clear.
Fort wrenching.
Or maybe did we miss something? A crucial
Do you
detail?
mean? Don't you mean emotionally wrenching?
That too. We got. I've done that first. Spoiler: it doesn't.
Yeah.
The fucking prawns lied to me. Again, I apologise to South Africans, but this accent, I can't help it. Okay.
But
Okay.
what?
Whatever, Dwibs. I'm pretty sure
What?
every accent is kind of
What?
funny in some way.
Well, to be fair, Dwibs, we actually established that that's not his natural accent. You remember his natural accent was when he was screaming earlier. That's when he slipped into South African. It's like I said,
look,
for
the
some
Michael Bay shot. Cliche. Ding.
it's like I said, for some reason he's trying to do
Oh
a
my God! It's the fat guy, isn't it? This is the part of the fat guy, isn't it?
fat guy.
Oh, basically, Jova, there's this black fat guy who wants to eat the aliens so that he can gain
You
their
can get
power.
their strength.
Gain their-
I don't- So wait.
So he wants to be one of them? Does he know what their blood does?
Wait a minute, Fat Albert. Hey, I'm gonna eat some aliens.
Oh god, this
wait,
reminds me of that pseudo-fat Albert in Barbed Wire now.
Couldn't he tell him to get some of that black stuff and spray it on him?
I don't. I don't
What
know.
the?
He just.
Why is-
I guess it was. I guess he's thinking. Well, okay.
By that logic, every time I eat chicken, I should turn into a chicken.
Sorry,
Actually, the pilot of Courage and the Cowardly Dog actually was about Eustace eating alien chicken eggs and turning into an alien chicken as a result of that.
well, that made sense. They were eggs, not blood. I just said that a Courage the Cowardly Dog short made more sense.
And that wasn't even
Spicy
and that wasn't even supposed to make sense. It was just supposed to be weird and funny.
And yeah, it actually kind of did make more sense for me. I mean, okay, now the eggs, they're made of a material that will actually turn you into them. That makes sense.
Okay,
but
Blomkamp, you're being stupider than something that is meant to be stupid. That's a problem, okay?
yeah. Come to think of it, if he wants to eat them, but why not just take some of their blood if he wants their powers?
Hold on, we haven't actually met him yet. It's a fat guy, so I remember it's a fat guy, isn't it?
So does he know what, ingesting part of the aliens would even do to him?
I don't know.
Ah, well.
But we've established that apparently touching any of these things that's in terms of blood it makes you. I don't know.
Yeah, because no human has ever somehow.
Again, the problem, Java, like I said, the problem is that this movie doesn't do a good enough job explaining its logic to us, so it's kind of hard to figure out.
I need a hand. Got it.
Why not just kill him?
Oh,
Because the boss needs him.
Alive?
he needs him alive, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so they apparently have these guns that only aliens can use as well.
Gun convenience. Ding!
Yes, because it's literally like Neil Blomkamp thought to himself, okay, I want him to shoot these people and shit. But wait, I've already established that he can only use an alien gun. Oh, he just happens to find an alien gun in the ground.
Ding.
Conveniently right there. His laugh.
So far, the supposedly original film has relied on conveniences and...
Well, being
And
original doesn't necessarily mean that it's competent.
No, what I mean is, it relied on conveniences and man.
What? the?
It looks like that looks like the mouth of that boss from Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric.
Yeah, it also sort of looks like the barrel end of one of the portal guns, too.
Again, it's also ripping off video games. Ding! Oh, I forgot that Portal 1 came
Hey,
out
that actually
by
does
this
look like the
point.
portal gun now that I think about it.
When did the first Portal game come out?
I think that was 2010, I think.
Oh, okay. In that case,
Let
never
me
mind.
check. No, wait. I thought that came out in 2007.
Well, you
Oh, it
find
did?
out, Jova. Until
Let's
then, I've
see.
reversed the
Yeah,
sync count.
2007.
Okay. Ding!
Hey, look, it's the big bad military. I'm not even kidding, Joe, but there's going to be a moment in this movie where we fight the big bad military.
Hey guys, guess what?
Or as you so well put it in our Beyond Two Souls playthrough, the big bad government.
You know, I just realized something, guys. We're in a Sharlto Copley picture where apparently the humans who should be the good guys are apparently the bad guys, whereas our main character is sort of a person in between good and evil. Remind you of that other live-action movie Sharlto Copley was in?
Maleficent.
Yeah, it's like the big bad kingdom, which is supposed to be the good guys, are the bad guys.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whoa!
Sudden
Thunderstorm?
Oh.
On the ground?
Where did that come from?
These guys.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the original movie has them shooting guns. Shooting guns? What's more original than that?
Do you see? These are the fucking points you hit!
So what else is Sharlto Copley known for?
Elysium. He was in the Old Boy remake.
Oh, he was also in Elysium? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the Old Boy remake, apparently.
I don't think he was in Chappie. I don't remember him being.
No, he wasn't. He did motion capture and the voice for Chappie.
Oh, that's right. Huh. So I'm guessing. I'm guessing Sharlto Copley is Neil Blomkamp's Johnny Depp.
Yeah. He's his actor of choice, pretty much.
Yeah. I have nothing against. I have nothing against directors having an actor of choice because for the most part it works pretty well because Martin Scorsese drives all his brilliant performances out of Leonardo DiCaprio, so I'm perfectly cool with that.
Does Christopher Nolan have a
Michael Caine?
Michael Caine, right? Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine has been in every single movie of his since Batman Begins.
Really?
Yeah, since 2005.
Pretty much. Johnny Depp has Tim Burton has Johnny Depp
and Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, she's sort of his not spouse at this point.
Actually, they're not anything now.
Well, what?
Michelle Hazanavicius is the director of The Artist. He also worked with the protagonist of that movie. I forgot his previous two films, so I guess that also counts.
And James Newton Howard is the sort of musical Johnny Depp for M&M.
Oh yeah. Directors always tend to have
Shyamalan.
Trust their composers. Spielberg as John Williams.
Well, except in his newest film. His newest film's being scored by Thomas Newman.
Oh really?
Yeah.
A Spielberg film not scored by John Williams. Like maybe it's because he's busy with Star Wars.
That and he had a bit of an illness. It's the first time this has happened since The Color Purple.
Interesting.
You didn't know about this.
Oh, and Tim Burton and Danny Elfman. Let's not forget about that.
Or Howard Shore. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
But is he actually trying to lie to him?
Okay, this shot. What's up with that shot of the guy going? These shots, it feels like I'm playing a first-person shooter. Like,
without the camera control.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Sorry, guys.
And now it just went a bit alone in the dark on us there.
Guys,
again, ding!
Okay, and now the alien was watching TV for some reason.
Okay, so...
Also shaky cam.
So, ding!
Yeah.
So, yeah, this game's gone on to the demo mode. Should I go get my controller?
Yeah.
I like how the alien was literally just standing.
The worst offender in that regard for me is the Hobbit in the 48 frames per second version. Throughout that entire movie, I felt like I should have a PS3 controller on my hand.
You know what's weird is like, well, that alien was just standing there. It's like, and then all of a sudden, oh, hey, now he notices it being shot at.
There's this cool, but sadly underrated YouTube reviewer that I like on YouTube who summed up Hobbit really the best. Well, that was the longest video game trailer I've ever seen. Really, you're gonna show the movie now? Making a bomb, yeah, sure. Okay, so we got the liquid.
So these aliens are pretty much MacGyver.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Zap. Okay.
Yay, I guess we got whatever we needed to get, even though I couldn't really tell with all that shoot 'em up.
For this Call of Duty, get the thing, then get back to the base.
Basically, the point is, Jova, we're getting some kind of liquid, so we can go so we can go to the mothership, so we can get him some kind of tools that will maybe fix him. Spoilers, it doesn't.
Again, well, why didn't they just go out right to the mothership in the first place if that's what they wanted each other to do?
They didn't have the fuel, I think.
I don't even...
Well, then why didn't they just ask the humans for the fuel?
Because they probably... You see how the humans behave to the aliens, right?
Because the humans are evil, Jova, and they will not do anything that pleases anybody in this universe.
Despite the fact that they want the aliens to leave, apparently.
Jova, don't you get it? Don't you get it, Jova? We humans are evil. We should feel bad about ourselves.
I'm not feeling anything. I felt more for Hugo than I did this.
Hugo's wonderful. I love that movie. It's
Still sad I missed out on that one.
You actually had interesting characters and an emotional story. I mean, yeah, it was based on a real event, but it did a good job putting a new spin on it. Oh, and you know one cool thing that I love about one well-done metaphor in Hugo, Jova, using fixing machines as a metaphor for healing people. See, that's a metaphor that works and was actually done cleverly in that one. It wasn't nailed into your head.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically they are doing the metaphor somewhat cleverly here, but like you and Dwibs have told, and as I can see, it's pounded into your head.
Okay, alien. Why didn't you tell him this before that it would take 3 fucking years?
Maybe you should have told him this before, you moron.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, he was using him. Turns out the alien is also an asshole. There's not a
fuck you then.
Basically, every single person in this movie in this entire world is evil.
Even the supposed victims.
Everybody's an asshole.
Then again, I guess to be fair, they were actually no. Were the aliens even really being used at all?
You know the difference, like you know the Wolf in Wall Street by Martin Scorsese. That movie, pretty much everybody is also an asshole in that movie. But the big difference is that in that movie we're not asked to care about anybody. It's more of a biopic sort of movie that presents the events, and you should just take your own conclusions and shit. It's more of an objective kind of filmmaking. This is actually trying to make us care and shit. So
here, why everyone's a dick.
I mean, yeah, again...
So wait, I'm watching The Social Network while having actually seen The Social Network yet.
Well, at least the alien kid, I guess, is kind of nice, I guess. He hasn't done anything evil. He's not really a major character, though.
Father's a dick.
The big bad military is shouting. This movie is about as much clever and adult as a fucking 5-year-old trying to explain war.
I think I see where this is going. It's like, well, it had a bit of a strong opening with the ideas they were presenting, but now that we've come to this point where pretty much the overall focus is the chase and everything, yeah, it's descending into that, swear rapidly and shoot like there's no tomorrow.
I'll just quote Doug Walker on his bum review of this film. Really? This was meant to be taken seriously?
Yeah, I think I could see how this sort of transitions. It starts off, it's like the beginning, yeah, you have the overall idea, and they're not going too silly with it. Then it starts to get a bit silly, and now here,
this is pretty much a different movie by this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love this part. I love this.
Come to
Is my
think of
favorite
it,
part of
we're
the
all
film.
the document.
Okay, Jova. Since you love Transformers so much, this is the part where the movie starts to rip off Transformers.
Where's Optimus Prime or the awesome robots?
You wish.
And this came out the same year as Revenge of the Fallen.
There we go, Jova. It's time for giant robots blowing shit up.
Wait, wait. You mean there's actually going to be a giant robot?
Yes, Dwibs, go ahead, tell him.
This thought-provoking film has turned into Transformers.
Wait, what? No. Well, that's just a giant ship. It's not transforming into a robot yet.
No, that's the ship. Hold on, he's got that. It starts out as a ship, but it's also going to turn into a robot later on.
No way.
Okay, you see, there ends the Transformers thing that I said.
Dang, he left the father behind.
Again,
Well, I don't blame him. The guy was a dick to him earlier.
Again, the most original movie ever.
True,
Dwibs?
I guess. Wait, GLaDOS? What are you doing here?
What?
That missile system looked like GLaDOS for a bit. Yeah, that looks like GLaDOS.
Just blow shit up. That's all we know how to do.
Oh, come on, Charlton Copley. You should know what those are. They're from your military.
I actually find this part really funny.
God damn it! It is all because we left the fucking poor behind!
You are under arrest for drunk flying.
This is so silly. It's just...
Again, this is thought-provoking, apparently. No, why was I a dick to him earlier?
Because we're man.
No, I was talking about the alien.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, well, maybe if you'd have told him earlier,
hey,
he wouldn't be in
Bonecrusher.
this fucking situation.
the fucking I can do that fucking accent.
The fucking prawns. Is it easier for British people to do accents as opposed to?
I don't know.
Portuguese?
Well, actually,
we
no,
Americans can do a nice British accent here and there.
unless it's Christopher Miller, I never seen one do it.
I heard one do it.
I can.
Well, yours is okay.
Well, it's nothing insulting. And hey, from what Superlink has told me, apparently a lot of British accents tend to vary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we've got some Midlands, we've got some London, we've got some Cornwall, we've got Welsh.
So I'm sure one of those regions
Welsh
I
is
can
my
definitely do it good. Huh?
Welsh is my favorite, by the way.
And how lucky...
I love the way Level 5 uses the Welsh accent in Inokuni. Give me strength, man.
Well, how lucky that we have a Welsh member on the team.
Well, not today, obviously, but
Well, yeah.
Yeah, according to Shiroi, the Welsh accent is done pretty damn excellent in Inokuni because the Welsh actors actually had a say in their dialogue and shit, so that it was pretty well done.
Yeah. So I guess somewhere in the UK, I'm definitely doing a good British impression. Granted, I do get it. Did you notice that, Joe? About 72 hours after exposure, we're actually counting down the time because that's important, I guess.
why are you telling me twice again?
Oh my god, it's Bonecrusher! Quick, transform into a Decepticon and fight Optimus Prime!
Why are you giving me two subtitles that say the same fucking thing?
No, seriously, guys.
You know what that reminds me? It reminds me of that Captain America movie that the Nostalgia Critic reviewed, where they're always putting subtitles under everything.
No, seriously, guys, that was Bonecrusher there for a bit. Though he didn't transform, I guess he's dead now. Carry on.
And more shooting things.
Anywho,
again, this is supposedly
a smart sci-fi classic and shit.
Yeah. Really.
Again, there's been plenty of movies that have shooting and are still managed to tell a clever story. That's not the point. The problem is that this movie is just so fucking simple and so.
I think I get you guys' problem. It's like, well, they all of a sudden went to a different focus.
Yeah, this is pretty much. This is not the same movie we started out with.
In fact, come to think of it,
We started out with alien segregation. Now we got a big dumb battle.
In fact, come to think of it, wouldn't it have been smart to actually have the documentary thing going on in the background of this? Like, have that swap in and out, continue the theme?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, I wonder who told him not to do that. Was it?
Oh, and here's
Blomkamp?
the thing that a lot of films have done since Avatar. Actually, no, this came out before Avatar. Huh.
Came
A
out
lot
the
of
same.
films did that before Avatar as well.
Came out the same year, Pedro.
Yeah, I know. 2009.
So wait, hang on.
That reminds me. James Cameron said he was going to make Avatar 2, 3, and 4, but we still haven't heard anything from the second movie. How long is that fucking taking?
Wait, well, James Cameron he takes a long time to make films.
True, but
He's
I mean,
probably
he already
busy with
has,
Terminator
he already has
5.
all the computer. He already has all the CGI models of most of the characters. He can just reuse them.
Maybe
Well, Jerry, he's not doing Terminator 5.
Oh, he's not.
No, James Cameron is done making good movies. So
They got the guy who directed For the Dark World to do Terminator 5, and I don't like For the Dark World. And seriously, to all the people that say it's better than the first one in every way, how?
I don't agree either.
The villain's shit.
It's a shame too to see one of my favorite sci-fi not even sci-fi. One of my favorite film franchises growing up as a kid was the Terminator franchise, and it's so sad for it to get to this point.
Well, hey, maybe I'm wondering if maybe Terminator 5. Well, from what I've seen, Terminator 5 is trying to do an X-Men Days of Future Past, so maybe it might pull off something.
It's a good thing that I bring it up. Terminator 2. Terminator 2, one of my favorite films of all time, had a lot of action, a lot of explosions and shooting. But you know what? It also told a smart story with characters who had great dramatic depth. All the characters felt like real people, and it had a very heart-warming and powerful ending. So, yeah.
12 years later, Terminator 3 happened. And then Salvation.
You know what I'm getting, though, is like, well, from what I've heard, Terminator 5 is going to try and pull an X-Men Days of Future Past. So,
yeah, here. This is the part where he tries to eat him or something. Yeah, he wants to eat him now.
Where's the fat guy, anyway?
Oh, yeah, I guess he wasn't fat. Okay. For some reason, I remember him being fat.
So, wait, Joe, what were you saying about...
Apologies to fans of this movie and overall fat people in general. I have nothing against...
So, basically, Joe... I understand that basically they're trying to do Days of Future Past with Terminator 5. Go back to the events of the first film, but it's done differently.
Well, maybe not the first film, but to the events of something that will,
It's the first film, they go back to try and stop the whole Sarah Connor thing, but this time Sarah Connor's already a soldier and stuff. Again,
how the hell is that thing still standing? Well, or floating, but rather. It's not even floating. Oh, here it is, Jova. Here's the giant robot thing. Yes. The supposedly smart sci-fi film that started out with some documentary style shit is now doing robots blowing shit up.
What? That looks...
Okay. I'm convinced that wasn't in the script. It was just the actor who was trying to have some fun, and Neil Blomkamp decided to have that on the script. Hey, that sounds incredibly racist and kind of hilariously stupid. Let's keep that in the movie. That's what?
Wait, what are you? Am I behind the?
What the fuck is even happening?
Why is he still giving orders?
Java's burped, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and his head exploded.
Hold on. Maybe I can help you. Where are you? We're at 87:06.7.
Okay, I'm not that far behind. I'm like 20 seconds.
Well, now's a good time to try to catch up because there's
88:16.
Okay, 88:16. Sure, stay there.
Okay.
There's nothing going on. It's just a spider doing shit or whatever. Okay, 88:16, right?
Yeah.
All right. And now the alien ship is moving. Wait a minute. Did that other alien come back to it? Oh, it did actually. Okay, never mind. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's still in the human thingy. What the fuck? Don't worry, Dwibs. I'm paying attention.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm trying to put a sync count on, but then I'm reversing it and I'm putting it back on or something.
That reminds me, has CinemaSins done this movie?
I don't know. We'll have to check when.
They should definitely.
We'll have to check when we've. Hey, John, if they do you want to watch that when we're done with this?
Oh sure. Okay, hold on and click. Okay. Meanwhile, we're still searching for. Oh, here we are.
We're searching for a good resolution.
Oh no, they're about to kill him. There's only one way to solve this. Blow shit up with a giant robot.
Do not touch the fucking prod. That's my fucking job.
Oh my god, smoke grenade.
Oh no, it's not that big. Oh wait, no, they're making the game more. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Oh my god, it's a shame Jova isn't here. Let's hope he comes back. Let's hope he comes back soon. He has to see this. This is my favorite part of the film. Actually, this is where I literally started laughing in the theater, and I'm like, really, we're doing this now? What the fuck?
Make sure you fucking shoot the kid.
Did David Cage write that line? That's such a David Cage line.
Okay. Transformers,
It's guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. Even the way the thing moves looks the same. And now, okay, fuck any kind of substance. Let's just have the military fight a robot. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Blomkamp just gave up. He clearly doesn't care about trying to make any sense out of this, so he said, "Fuck it," and just started throwing giant robots and military at us.
Is it Dickus or Vicus now? I don't get it. Is it the way he's saying it?
I don't know.
What? What are you saying?
I don't
can't
know.
understand you.
His accent is.
His accent's so thick.
Okay, I'm back now.
Oh, Jova, you missed it. We started the Transformers part. He's using the giant robot now.
It transformed?
Yeah. Hold on. We should see it. Oh, here it is. Transformers. More than meets.
So it turns into a robotic version of the aliens by the looks of it.
Symbolism?
Question
Maybe?
mark?
And Matrix inside there?
Yeah.
But
well,
blue.
well, actually, it looked kind of more like the kind of looked like more what Tony Stark is like when he's in the Iron Man suit. You know?
Yeah. True.
Yeah, original. Remember?
That reminds me. I can't wait for Age of Ultron. I'm almost sure that this double will probably be at least better than this.
Hey, this is a bit like Iron Man.
Quick!
It's too far.
So
It's
he's
time.
helping him now.
Couldn't you just carry him or something?
So let me get this straight. The alien was a dick to you, and you're still helping him for some reason.
Couldn't you just carry him? You're
I
in a
guess
robot.
he suffered a transformation at heart.
Sure, why not? Like,
Carry him. You're a robot.
These characters are about as believable as aliens. Well, actually, aliens are totally believable. What am I talking about? I can't find a good analogy.
I know. They're about as believable as the notion.
They're about as believable as Skip Woods ever making a good film.
Yeah, let's go with that. Meanwhile, Jova, guess what we're doing now? We're blowing shit up.
What else is
just
new?
like fuck the documentary stuff we had earlier. Bang, crash, wallop, boom.
So, is it only these aliens that are escaping, or is it the whole race that's trying to escape?
No, actually, from what I remember, it's just this one alien and the sun that get away. From what I remember, I think that's it.
Huh.
So, at the end of the film, what really got accomplished?
Honestly, what are we accomplishing? Nothing really. I mean, Seriously, what's the point? Like, first it was about him maybe trying to save himself so he could get back to his wife. By the way, he wants to get back. By the way, he gets back to his wife. His wife had like what 5 lines in the entire movie.
That reminds me, one weird thing is like, well, they sort of dropped the racism thing. I mean, like, well, what? I mean, like, well, we've only been focusing on like this one alien and his son, and they're just trying to escape.
Neil Blomkamp has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Oh, so now we stick together.
Okay, what?
No, okay, now
Well-
What?
I
That was a change of thought.
well, I
This
give
makes no fucking sense. What the?
I will come back for you in 3 years.
yeah, I'm sure nothing will go wrong in the span of 3 years.
Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, Joe, I remember. They do something at the end that might piss you off. They do kind of a sequel hook, even though there's no actual sequel.
Huh, whatever.
Blomkamp's been planning a sequel, but nothing's come of it yet.
What
Oh,
is
he's
there
actually
to be
been
a
playing-
sequel
oh,
of?
He's actually playing a sequel. Oh, I didn't know that.
So, what would a sequel to this be like, though?
I'm gonna see how well this movie did at the box office.
It did pretty well. It did like 200 million against a $30
it has Peter
million
Jackson.
budget.
Well, it has Peter Jackson's name on it, so that probably helped.
Pew pew pew.
Not to mention the high critical reception probably made people curious and shit. Ugh. Sorry.
Well, then again, Edge of Tomorrow had a high critical reception, and that had Tom Cruise's name.
Despite the nonsensical ending, I still really enjoyed the movie.
I think
in
that's
terms of box office success, it didn't really do all that well, did it?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a shame.
$30 million budget, and it made 210 million. So yeah, definitely a success. So why not a sequel?
Because Blomkamp wants to do Aliens.
but wouldn't
Did
the
Elysium
sequel
have
garner
aliens?
that?
Sorry?
Wouldn't the
Did
sequel
Elysium have
garner
aliens?
that?
Okay, go ahead.
Elysium was pretty much like rich versus poor.
Wait,
Oh.
hold on, Dwibs. You say that he wants to do Aliens, but wouldn't a sequel garner that?
Apparently, his sequel's going to be like Aliens or Alien, not Alien 3 or 4.
Then
Give me all your fucking
Oh.
guts!
wait.
What he means,
so you're
Job,
saying
is that he's what he means, Job, is that Neil Blomkamp is directing the new Alien film. Hopefully, at the very least, he will make sure the characters don't act like the most stupid people that were ever born, like in Prometheus. But then again, it's Neil Blomkamp, so.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Prometheus.
Jova, Jova, this film had a 90% Rotten Tomatoes rating. Guess how high Chappie's got?
20 something.
30.
I was
Oh.
actually about to say 30.
So in 6 years, he's gone from 90% to 30. That's a faster decline than M. Night Shyamalan.
It's amazing,
mean-
isn't it?
I guess to be fair, the reason that this would have gotten a pass back at the time is that it is sort of masked by, the strong opening and how it does, for the most part, legit pull off the racism thing. And I guess this part is pretty much what people consider the action-packed section. I guess it's symbolic of the father and son trying to escape this wretched
That
fate.
didn't even make any sense. As they were being dicks to each other, he betrayed him, and all of a sudden, oh, I won't leave you. Whatever. What? that came the fuck out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it did.
It's almost as bad as that part in what was that? The Quest for Camelot when
Yeah.
when the axe chicken decided to become good all of a sudden.
Indeed. Though I'll still say I still kind of prefer Quest for Camelot over this, because at least Quest for Camelot has great music by Journey.
And Patrick Doyle.
Yeah. Not to mention some of the animation is kind of good.
Like every tree. I really wanted to go with you.
Oh,
No,
boy.
like every tree. So please. All right. Ding. It's twitching.
Oh, there we go, Jova. See, the alien made it. He made it, and I don't care, honestly.
And somehow that one bit of black fluid is going to power up the entire ship. Okay.
These characters don't even the alien didn't even any kind of personality aside from
Dick.
do shit and dick, yeah.
Yeah.
And now the
What if-
robot is vomiting. Apparently, robots vomit. Again, Transformers. Robots
wonder-
apparently have bodily fluids.
I wonder if Professor Layton directed this. Dick Layton. Seriously, I can imagine it. Dick Layton. He's a dick. He directed everyone to be dicks.
Hey, Professor, we want you to make a movie about racism. Fuck that. Let's just make everybody racist.
It depends. Can this racist film have aliens?
Oh, it shot him in the head.
Yeah, but he's still going to become an alien by the end because the very last shot of this film is him as an alien taking a daisy and taking away the petals from the daisy because that's...
Wait, hold on. Wait. But wouldn't that suggest that these aliens are impervious to bullets?
I guess.
But then what was the threat to that father and his son with the bullets? Or were those most stronger guns, I guess?
I don't know. I kind of stopped following because this is so fucking ridiculous. Anyway, at least they got away. Well, I did. Well, Dwibs, look at the bright side. At least the one character in this movie who's not a dick survived, aka the little one, the little lady. Yeah.
Wait, the father didn't survive?
The little alien right there. He's the only character in this movie who's not a dick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and his eyes are also. Whatever.
We go home now. Yes.
74 hours after exposure.
Well, I'm not at that part, but let me guess. It's going to do the double subtitle thing again.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Ugh. Blomkamp, I'm not stupid. I can read.
So here's my question. Why do we need to know how many hours it's been? What relevance does that have?
I don't know. What?
Oh, another alien.
Step back here.
He's one of us, apparently, now.
This is totally not cheesy at all, is it?
Okay, now we're in The Lion King.
Yeah, and also it kind of comes out of nowhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure the aliens can still tell that he's still a human, so why are they helping him?
Because
do they even know him?
Oh, wait, I get it, because we gotta have a moral of unity and shit.
But why would they help him? He allowed the humans to burn their young.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Dwibs. I didn't even remember that by this point. This movie makes no sense, the end.
Okay, am I missing something with these apparently brilliant films? No Country for Old Men, District 9.
Like I said with District 9, I think when people say it's brilliant, they're talking more about the racism thing and how that was actually handled.
Gets dropped like halfway through.
Yeah, pretty much. We're not even doing racism at this point. At this point, we're just... I don't even know what the fuck we're doing.
I guess technically the racism thing is still there, what with them apparently looking out for him now that he's apparently turning into one of them.
So let me get this straight. You should only protect people who are like you, not if they're actually good people. Great moral. Thank you, Neil. Thank you.
Well, I guess that was sort of the mentality.
We should blame Terry as well, because two writers.
I guess to
be after watching Chappie Dwibs, I can kind of see that this is definitely Neil's vision.
Actually, two people wrote that film as well.
Wait, hold on. Are the humans cheering them or yelling at them?
All right, fine, whatever. Terry Hatcher and Neil Blomkamp, brilliant.
Anywho,
Thank you for that wonderful moral.
Anyway, I guess to be fair, that is sort of a historical thing, basically. In times like the apartheid, basically people would automatically side with whoever was, technically their race.
American News Television South Africa desk. Generic McNews name.
And now the documentary thing's back.
Right at the end of the film.
I guess to be fair, history-wise, in times like the apartheid, there was sort of this mentality that, you could only really trust whoever was part of your race, because normally they were the only ones who treated you properly. I'll technically give the film that for reflecting that bit of history. Although it's handled rather weirdly.
Here's one thing that I'll say. Allow me to quote Doug when he talked about this film. Symbolism is something that even if you don't get the symbolism, the story still works. Yeah, and unless you understand that this is supposed to be a metaphor for the South African apartheid, you're not gonna understand what the fuck this movie's going for.
I think I think I get it. Maybe it's because it's movie critics, they sort of have an eye for that sort of thing. Granted, you can tell that it's going for the whole racism thing, but to a whole new level.
Allow me to bring up, like for example, allow me to bring up Hugo or even The Artist. Those movies had their own story about characters, about like Hugo, for example. Let's talk about Hugo. Hugo was a story about flawed people who need something in their life so they can be healed and become whole. But at the same time, it had a subtext of filmmaking and art. But the subtext
double subtitles again.
Yeah, but even if you're not a film buff like
District
me and Dwibs are, you can still enjoy that.
Huh?
Yeah, even if you're not.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, this entire film was completely pointless.
Wait, he's back to normal?
District 9 was demolished after.
No. This is just them showing footage of the documentary.
District 10. So basically, all that's happened really is that the aliens have moved to another place.
District 10 coming soon.
So are they actually going to treat them properly this time?
District 10 coming never. Also, I love my wife. I'm going to not so subtly suggest that.
Oh, but pay attention, Jova. We're about to see him entirely as an alien with a daisy in his hand.
I guess we're supposed to assume that.
See, he has a flower. She has a flower on her end, and then the husband ends with also a flower. See, there we go. See, it's smart.
It symbolizes love and shit.
Yeah, sure it does.
That shot looked a bit goofy.
See?
Hang on. I'm not that. Oh yeah, that. Oh.
Wow, that was an adventure of sorts.
Hang on, my thing hasn't got to credits yet. Okay. Look at the pretty rose.
Like it matters.
And that's District 9.
Wow,
that film was weird.
How the hell did this film get the acclaim it did?
Well, I think I can see how it could have gotten the acclaim back in the day, but yeah, definitely nowadays I think there's a reason I haven't heard of this film in this time and age now.
Yeah, it's like people are now ashamed of liking it.
This movie's
so
fucking stupid.
Okay, I'll give the film this. It does technically pull off the racist thing legit, and it doesn't necessarily contradict itself in that, yes, both sides are racist to each other. However, there is...
forgets.
Well, it doesn't completely forget since they do technically bring it back, albeit right at the end. I guess technically it does pull that off legit, but yeah, by this time and age, this sort of stuff is done a lot more and kind of a bit better. 8 Years a Slave.
The first half hour.
You mean?
The first half hour had a. Okay.
What was that?
12 Years a Slave, Joe.
Oh,
anyway,
12 Years.
It was 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Go on, Pedro.
Okay. So final thoughts, I guess. Dwibs, you start.
When I first saw this film, I didn't know what to think. So this is, and again, like I said, it's the second time I've seen it. Now I've seen it. What was all the fuss about? No one's likable. The plots come and go like that and aren't really resolved all that well. The camera work's good. I'll give it that, and the effects for a $30 million film are pretty great. So Blomkamp's good in that front. The acting was solid, aside from the thick accents.
The fucking
prawns.
Oh dear.
But aside from that, again, what was the fuss about? This kind of segregation, stuff and all that, and the, dilemmas and all that were done better in the X-Men films.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the good ones, not X-Men 3, not X-Men Origins.
I think the problem is that the live-action X-Men films at some point themselves sort of forgot about that.
Well, I know Skip Wood certainly did when he wrote, rewrote Origins. But again, that's a story for another day. Pedro?
Okay. This movie. Okay. To start with the positives. Yes, like Dwibs said, technically this movie is very good, especially for a $30 million movie. But okay, the first half is still stupid. Is already stupid in my opinion. But I can at least still give it credit because in the first half, Neil Blomkamp was at least trying to somehow create some element of substance to this. It wasn't anything special, but at least he was trying. But after we hit the halfway mark, he kind of stops giving a shit and just starts throwing action scene after action scene. Like, what the hell? Like, the characters are about as interesting as they're not. Just not interesting. I mean, they're all assholes. There's no depth to any of them.
Even the aliens are dicks at the end.
Yeah. No. But at the end, he had a redemption where I'll come back to you in 3 years for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, but by that point, I've turned into an alien anyway, so that's pointless.
I guess somehow it still can be fixed even at that state.
So yeah, the movie, the writing is stupid. The characters are either morons, assholes, or just flat out unlikable. It's just the plot makes no sense, or plots actually. But I'll say I still have some fun watching it because of by the time we reach the climax, it just becomes so fucking ridiculous. It's flat out hilarious. So yeah, it's a terrible. I find it terrible, but but it kind of entertains me, especially in the climax, I guess. Okay, Jova.
Yeah, this film is incredibly dated. Maybe for 2009, it could be regarded as something unique and competent. I can see where some people are coming from, but yeah, at this time and age, this would really fall flat, especially with some of the competition it has. Also, I have to say, I'm kind of a bit disappointed that they never really, they never really, what's the word? Oh yeah, they never really cashed in on the whole, he's turning into an alien, so he's sort of a bridge between the two species. It's like, if you're gonna do a racism thing, wouldn't it have been nice to, sort of work off of the idea that he is the bridge between both species in a way?
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
Unfortunately, no, he's just turning into an alien. Let's see him pick a flower at the end. Yeah, this film is rather clumsy by the final act. Well, to be kind.
It's putting it lightly, Jova.
Yeah, that's lightly. The climax is literally where Neil Blomkamp just officially gave up.
Just like, Crush, I'm just going to shoot stuff. People are going to love me anyway because they'll think I'm unique.
I mean, I get.
And my next two films will be even better. Oh wait, Elysium got kind of a mixed reception. Well, don't worry, people are going to love Chappie. Oh wait, people actually thought that kind of sucked.
Well, it's weird. I kind of don't know how to feel about this film. I mean, on the one hand, I can respect it for doing some things that films weren't doing at the time and for it actually going for the racism thing. On the other hand, it handles it rather clumsily in a lot of places. And it also fails to, take advantage of any potential plot points at some points. Not to mention the lack of resolution. I mean, there's not even really a sequel hook. The film just kind of ends. I mean, okay, the guy helps the father and his son escape. Yay! 2 aliens got away. Woohoo!
I just realized something.
What?
Guy starts off with a big, highly praised film. People say he's the next big thing. His follow-ups get worse and
M. Night
worse.
Shyamalan.
To the point where he ends up ruining a franchise at the end. Where have I heard that before?
Wait. But what franchise did this guy do?
Well, no, his next film is the new Alien movie, the new film in the Alien franchise.
Really?
So maybe the new Alien movie will be Neil Blomkamp's last Airbender. Who knows?
Well, actually, we might end up having a film worse than either Alien 3 or Alien Resurrection.
I can already imagine it now. How do you pronounce this? Sharlto
Copley.
That's it. Sharlto Copley fighting aliens with a machine gun. It will happen. It's Neil Blomkamp, after all.
No Sigourney Weaving. 0 out of 10.
Pedro, if the film
Actually,
blows,
Sigourney Weaver is going to be in that movie.
Oh, she
They've already
is.
confirmed they've already confirmed that.
Oh,
Pedro, if-
God. This
Pedro,
ought to be
if-
interesting then.
Hey Pedro, if the film blows, what do you imagine the headlines are going to be? Once proud and revered director falls to the level of M. Night Shyamalan by ruining a franchise.
Actually, there is one director who's actually saying that by this point. Before we end this commentary, let me read that. Rotten Chappie.
Don't know how to feel about this film. I mean, I can see where some people see it as good, but it's...
My take on it is it's a terrible movie, but it's kind of funny, especially in the climax.
Yeah.
How stupid it is.
I'm actually going to type that.
It's like, well, most
SMB
movies
right
I
now.
can pretty much make a thought on at least, but this one just leaves me baffled. Okay. Maybe I can put it like this. If I were seeing this in 2009, I think I'd be more interested in this, but seeing this in 2015, I'm just kind of left uninvested and disappointed.
I'm just typing it into SSMB right now. Rewatched District 9. Yes, sorry, but I just do not see the praise this film gets.